Alright guys, so welcome back to some Mortal Kombat, and this is going to be a critique video considering the new Aftermath DLC just came out and it's 40 bucks and I spent 100 bucks on this game already. So what this update gave us is some really stupid friendships, two of which only make sense to me, and just lackluster remasters of a stage from like previous Mortal Kombat games like this. The Deadpool in MK9 was way better than this. And the fucking I forgot the shit. It's whatever. Shaolin Trap Dungeon, right? That's just basically like a combat mash of the Combat Tomb and the pit from Mortal Kombat 2. And then the fucking tournament stage fatality, don't even get me started on that. That's just basically stupid.
I've beaten Deadlier.
And what's really pissing me off more about Mortal Kombat 11, the more like I hear about it, it's not just because of Spawn, because I've grown to accept him, but it's the fact that they're actually adding robocop, or they added robocop. Now, you could say that, oh, it's WB property, they can do whatever the fuck they want, right? Spawn wasn't WB property, but they still added him in. As a matter of fact, I'd rather have Spawn in Mortal Kombat over fucking robocop. And let me ask you this. Does anyone see the stage fatality and think it's actually good? Look, down forward, down square. This is not the stage fatality from Mortal Kombat 9, 2, or any other games. The Mortal Kombat 9 one was much more brutal than this. Mostly because you get to see them flailing around in the acid before they actually eventually fall over and die. Fatality. That's not even, this is not even exciting. This is just more like, oh, look at how shocking this is. And as somebody who's basically spent $100 on this game, I'm not spending more money on the fucking Aftermath DLC. I'm sorry. Just for 3 characters and a second part to a story we don't even fucking need? No.
Round 1.
I'd rather fucking buy something else for a game that I haven't played in a long time. Like, that's actually me being dead serious. And it's like, as I said, I've grown to accept Spawn, but fucking robocop? You fucking serious, NetherRealm? You guys lost some of my respect when you added Spawn. You lost even more when you just fucking added robocop. And I don't fucking care that you say that, oh, after the Mortal Kombat needed a continuation of the story just to get closure. The fucking ending for the regular story mode was good enough as it is. This is just basically them just trying to be money greedy, just like fucking EA. It's like they did an amazing job with Mortal Kombat X and 9. Hell, Midway made their fair share of good games. So why can't this one be good? Well, let's just say this. In Mortal Kombat 9, it was on the PS3. PS3 and Xbox 360, you know, like simple hardware. Well, and PS Vita as well. But this is on PS4. They could make this stage a lot more better than it is right now. I mean, like, seriously. That's not even shocking to me. I remember playing Mortal Kombat 9 for the first time, seeing every single stage fatality and actually being shocked. I was younger back then than I am now. Fatality. And MKX just kind of added upon it with the more brutal like finishers and stuff like that. And it took them a while to add stage fatalities in the MKX. Why make the same mistake twice? And when I say twice, I mean they did it for both this and fucking MKX. Although at least they learned the lesson from MKX and not making you have to like input the stage fatalities in order to unlock them. I'll give them credit for that. That's credit where it's due. But it's like everything else is just plain old stupid. There's literally just one stage meant to pluck your nostalgia strings for the old classic Mortal Kombat games. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Trilogy, you know, the ones from the fucking 16-bit era and shit like that, right? Why include the Deadpool if you're not gonna make it look like the one from MK2? Let alone MK9. I'll give you an answer for that. It's just fucking money. Money. That's really how game development works. You just want more money, and the more money you get, the more stuff you can add in, I guess. Now, mind you, I got the premium edition of this, so it doesn't matter to me because I spent 100 bucks on this day one already, so I don't care. But if you want to tell me that the fucking Aftermath DLC is worth it just for 3 fucking characters, I would rather fucking go back to the fucking Mortal Kombat 2, get my ass handed to me by Goro and, not even Goro, Kintaro and Shao Kahn. That's literally all I gotta say. And as I said, the stage fatality for the Deadpool is not even fucking cool. I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Other than that, it's just basically a dumb rehashing of the original in MK9. Cause the originals had a certain elegance to them, you know, like, say they were simple, they were fun, and best of all, you didn't have to fucking rely on so many advanced combos like you do fucking nowadays, right? I mean, look at this. Can you honestly tell me this was a good DLC choice? Can you honestly tell me this is a good DLC choice? Or this? Fuck, or even Joker and fucking Spawn. Fucking different universes. Although Joker was an MK versus DC, so I could understand that. And then what's the even bigger problem?
Get over here.
Scorpion's voice actor. It's not Patrick Seitz like it was in MK's versus DC, 9, and X. Now, I think if I'm not mistaken, MK versus DC came out in 08. And Midway filed for bankruptcy before NetherRealm came around with 2011's Mortal Kombat. Now, how are you gonna have somebody as a voice actor for basically a decade, right? And then when a newer game comes out, you're just gonna fucking kick them off. But when the movie about that specific character comes out, Scorpion's Revenge, which came out this year, how are you gonna have the same voice actor voicing Scorpion from a decade come back for the movie? And the movie is basically just telling Mortal Kombat 1, just with Mortal Kombat X costumes. It's like, how can anyone be actually proud of that? And this roster, it's so random. Like, you got some characters that were returning from other Mortal Kombats, some characters that are just fucking brand new. Him. Who else? Really, that's really all there is. And then you got fucking RoboCop and fucking Terminator over here that fucking confuse me the most. So I can understand Mortal Kombat characters, at the very least Joker, but still.
Spawn.
Now, let me show you something. I don't care if I'm playing on easy, because I've just gotten off my Switch and shit like that, right? Shaolin Trap Dungeon. Tell me this is a good stage fatality when you see it, because if you try to say that, I will laugh at how fucking terrible your tastes are. This is not even a good one. Hell, the fucking friendships and the fucking stage fatalities ain't that good. Me and the key were just fucking laughing at them earlier. And it's like, there's not that many stages with stage fatalities. There's only 3. Whereas I think Mortal Kombat X had like, what, 4 maybe? At the very least 3? Well, MK9 had more. MK vs. DC didn't have any, which I can understand, because they were trying to make it less gory. But every other game had at least 1 or 2 stage fatalities. Maybe more. This game only has fucking 3. And for a game this high definition, you'd think that they could add more on top of like the old stages, like the pit. The MKX pit was decent, at the very least. It was just a rehashing of Mortal Kombat 2's and MK9's Night Pit. This is basically just a combination of the combat team, which if you played Mortal Kombat 2, you know what I'm talking about, and the pit. I mean, cause watch. Spawn is kicking my ass, watch. Alright. Please tell me this is a good finisher. Literally, that's really all there is to it. It's just a fucking combination of the combat tune from Mortal Kombat 2 and the pit. And they don't even do it that well. And then the fucking tournament stage is what just pisses me off the most. Why would you pick up an arcade cabinet and smash somebody with it instead of, oh, you know, like adding a fucking stage where there's actually legitimate shit inside? Let's see, who do I want to kick? Who do I want to beat? Whose ass do I want to beat? I'll beat Jokers. See, now, like, this stage, Retrocade, is basically there just to fucking pluck your nostalgia strings. Same with this, especially if you play Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy. And same thing with the Deadpool and Mortal Kombat 2, Trilogy, and every other game. So why make a stage fatality on this? Money. That and just plain old stupidity. I mean, I could go on and on about the problems with this game. I really could if I wanted to. But it's like, the more I play this game, the more I really don't mind it. Like, you got games like Xenoverse, which I still really love playing. Kill la Kill. fucking fighters for fucking God's sake. Instead, no, you just got this. The shittiest of the shit, pretty much. And yeah, I get it. They're gonna add like every... Did they even add a horror movie character? No. Spawn is a fucking anti-hero, so that don't even count as a horror movie character. Joker is not a horror movie character, I know that for damn sure. What he does is horrifying, yeah, but still. And then fucking Terminator wasn't that scary. It wasn't a horror movie. It was an action sci-fi flick. Robocop wasn't horror. So it's like, what's the fucking point? They kind of broke that cycle from Mortal Kombat X in 9. Because in 9 we had Freddy Krueger as a playable horror movie villain character. MKX, we had the Predator, Xenomorph, and Jason Voorhees, who are still really good on that game, might I add. And then you just get to this game and there's like no horror movie characters to be seen. It's just like, really? And don't even get me started on the fucking fatal blows and crushing blows. Those just annoy me the more I think about it. So how are you gonna remove the X-ray system that was in the game for at least 2, you know, shits? And then when you get to this, you want to just make them like a regular thing that can happen randomly, unless you know like the random button combinations to fucking do it. And like, look at this. This is one of these stupider ones. Or the stage fatality. This is the stupidest stage fatality.
Fatality. Scorpion wins.
It's just, I don't even know how to feel about this game no more. I'm not gonna buy that Aftermath DLC. I would rather die. Alright? And Ed Boon, NetherRealm, if you see this by some miracle, for the love of God, if you're gonna make a part 2 to a fucking story, put it in the game for free if people have the combat pack like me. That would be much appreciated. But anyways, I'm sorry for this little ranting. Just thought I'd point this shit out before I guess I fucking do something else and forget about it. But anyways, this has been me, signing off.
Let's do this again.